and gentlemen, welcome back to the All-American Savage Show podcast. I am your host, John Burke, here with Josh, my beautiful heterosexual, beautiful Jewish life partner. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing good.
Oh my gosh.
Doing all right.
Dude, they took down the Shell Shock account. Shell Shock Wellness got yanked. They put us on a 30-day ban because we're selling that spicy CBD that scares everybody so much. But hey, fret not, citizens. Fret not. For I, John Burke, do I never have a plan? Of course I have a plan. We got Shell Shock Wellness 1 that is currently up. You can go follow us on Shell Shock over there. That's our backup account. It has like 2,000 followers. We'll grow that one up. And again, this is just Instagram being the cucklords that they always are. Bunch of fucking whiny-ass liberal bitches over there. Oh, CBD and Delta 8, it's just so dangerous. Oh, no negative side effects, can't kill you. Oh, it's just so horrible. You shouldn't be able to sell that. Bunch of fucking fruitcakes. Bullshit. Anyway, man, what's going on in the political spectrum today? It seems like everybody's just lost their marbles. Hillary Clinton's coming out swinging for the fences for just, I don't know what her reasoning is. I mean, I do. Like Hillary Clinton, anytime, we've said this before, anytime Democrats accuse the right of anything, they are projecting what they themselves are doing.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, Hillary Clinton, for those that haven't seen the soundbite or heard the soundbite, and if you haven't, good for you. Don't, because it's going to make you want to blow your fucking brains out. Before we get to this, I'm making this official right now. I want people to remember this. Mark this day in your calendars, okay? The day that Hillary Clinton dies, I'm throwing a party.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to set up a party, and we are going to throw a massive kegger, and everyone's invited. We're going to have kegs at the probably Shell Shock HQ. We are going to throw a party, a Ding Dong the Witch is Dead party. That's going to happen.
I'd like to go to the funeral.
I would, like we said before, I would love to go to the funeral as well to ensure that I have a stomach full of beer so I can piss on her grave multiple times.
I'd just like to make sure that she's actually in the coffin.
That's a good point. I could easily see that bitch resurrecting the form of a fucking vampire or some shit. I mean, I think Nancy Pelosi's already went through the transition once already. I think she's a vampire that's just somehow, through evolution, has adapted to be able to remain in the sunlight. I don't know how. It's interesting. We should investigate this. We should definitely autopsy her. But I think she's already underwent the transition to vampire, and she's already in that stage. She just keeps the fangs hidden very well. I'll get you, my pretties. As she makes out with Chuck Schumer. You're welcome. Next time you don't want to come, just think of that. Nancy Pelosi, fucking Chuck Schumer. Ugh. Oh, it's like dust down there. Your teeth keep falling out. Now that's right. Gum it, baby. Gum it.
Moths flying out.
Oh, my God. He goes to take her panties off and moths just like spiders scurrying out and shit. They're creepy and they're spooky. Nancy Pelosi's vagina. Oh, my God. Well, before we get into it, as you know, this episode is brought to you by ShellShockCBD.com. We appreciate you being here and showing support and love to the show. If you're looking for something to help you sleep, help calm you down, help you with stress or anxiety, we've got you covered. ShellShockCBD.com is the biggest, largest growing veteran-owned CBD company in the nation. We are proud to hold this title. We have a very great, hard-working team dedicated to ensuring that you are satisfied with your products. And did I mention that all of our gummies that you see on our website come with a money-back guarantee? I challenge you to find another CBD company that offers that same value that we're offering on our CBD gummies and our Delta 8, Delta 9 gummies. I ask you, seriously, I'm serious. Do you know of any other CBD company? No, they don't. They don't fucking do that. Because I know our shit works. We dollar bill blinging, y'all. I don't know what that means, but it's a good thing. We do that. So no, seriously, for shizzle, we have money back guarantee. Scroll to the bottom of the website. It says refund policy. Read that, and all it tells you is that, look, if you eat more than 4 gummies, we're not refunding your money. So you have 4 different opportunities to try the product and see if it works. If it doesn't, send us the stuff back. We will send you the shipping information, all that. You don't pay for anything. We cover it. And if you don't like it, we will take those gummies back and we will 100% refund your order to include shipping. Yeah, we're that confident it's going to work. And God is my witness, we've not had one refund yet. We've been doing this for, what, two months, I think? 1 month?
Something like that. 6 weeks, maybe?
Something along those lines. In chat, God is my witness. We haven't refunded a single person on the gummies. We haven't. We're just that good. We're that good, folks. We're that good.
We're that good.
Hundreds of great Google reviews. Appreciate the people doing that.
Yeah.
So again, check us out, shellshockcbd.com. What have you got to lose, folks? What are you waiting on? Throw us some money. Just take a gamble on me. I've never lied to you. I got no reason to. Take a gamble on me and go try our Halo gummies. Go give them a shot. If you do get drug tested, don't try them. If you don't, try the Halos. Give it a shot. See if you like it. If you're looking for anti-anxiety, again, the Fallout gummies are incredible. It's just, we have so many different flavors right now. We have watermelon, we got pineapple, we got you name it, we got, and they taste delicious. So again, it is shellshockcbd.com. Don't forget to use code BURK and save yourself 10% off. All right, now that we got that out of the way, what's up, Rumble? What do you got?
Just the reviews that keep coming in, they're stacking up.
Dude, you should have read them while I was doing the spiel. It's too late now.
I don't
we
want
got to move
step
on.
But yeah, it's a
when do you
repeat
not
customer.
want to step on me? You dig that. Like, you love spitting on me. It's crazy. We have amazing sex on this tape. Right here on this table, too. You dirty little liberal. Hey, too far, too far.
I'm just, I'm impressed and excited.
I'm just visualizing you in a fucking G-string. It's weird.
Nice.
Leather outfit, little gimp in the corner, and a little leather suit on a pogo stick.
You've thought about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just the reviews that we've gotten here the past few days, last week.
A lot of veterans too.
A lot of veterans.
A lot of vets.
A lot of support. So
We're very fucked up people.
Just very appreciative of everybody coming out and leaving their reviews and their experience with the Shell Shock CBD, the customer service.
It's amazing. We can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, we really
sincerely
appreciate it.
Thank you for let's enough for the dick sucking. Hey, if you're on Rumble, don't forget to hit that plus button that helps boost the algorithms, because we're trying to make it on Rumble.
Yeah.
We're trying to get our names out there in the political commentary world. Why anybody would listen to us? Fuck me if I know. I'm not Ben Shapiro. I love when people like criticize me for that. It's like, oh, John Burke, he doesn't know shit about politics. What do you think he is, Ben Shapiro? It's like, no, I've never claimed that. I'm just literally, I read the shit, just give an opinion. That's all I do. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a political scientist degree holder. I don't fucking care. I just think I apply a common sense approach to this, and we talk about it. We bullshit. We kiss, we schmooze, we carry on, and we entertain the people. We entertain them. It's great entertainment.
Eat hot chips.
We eat hot. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Don't think I forgot about that. I'm still gonna get your ass back. You were lucky, by the way. I'm giving away my plan. You were lucky that you weren't here the day that Jason from Grill Your Ass Off came.
Oh, yeah.
Because he wanted me to test that new one. I was already talking to him. He's like, I'm going to buy a chip. I'm going to crumple it up. I'm going to put it in your fucking sauce. And I'm going to get your ass back. And you weren't here that day. Like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I was going to get you. I'm going to get you back. It's going to happen.
All right.
It's like sex with Kobe Bryant, bro. It's going to happen. Well, I can't use that joke anymore. But, oh, yeah. I haven't forgotten. Victory will be mine. Revenge.
Some of those videos.
Is a dish best served when you're naked. I think that's how the saying goes. Trust me, folks. I've served plenty of revenge dishes. They are so good when served on ice. It's such a sweet dish. They taste incredible.
Yeah, some of the video reviews that people have done on the
Video
hot chips.
reviews?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Shell Shock.
Oh my God, I made the worst decision of my life.
It sent some people to the hospital. No, I'm serious. Have you read this? Like this Pataki whatever chip challenge, they sell it at 7-Eleven. Parents, don't let your kids do this.
Yeah.
It's too hot. This is dangerously. This is like at levels that it's hospitalized. Like older people should not take this challenge.
You just ate like half of it, right?
I had a tiny little bite. And that shit was miserable. It was like one of those things, like the pain wouldn't stop. There's no stopping it until it just fades away. And the milk did help. God, thank you for bringing the milk. I will give you that.
Well, just
but good Lord Almighty, that was, whew, it was like licking Satan's asshole. It was that hot. It was hot. Bro, like Satan literally squatting on over you, telling you to just give it a kiss.
I still watch that video.
Give it a little balloon, not a little lick. That's what it's like. It's fucking miserable.
Your expressions were just priceless.
Oh my God. You can go, I don't know what episode that is. You can go back and listen to it. It's literally entitled the Pataki whatever chip challenge. And fuck me. Dude, fuck you. So for those that didn't listen to that episode, Josh was supposed to do the challenge with me. Josh, while I was out doing something, switched his chip with a fucking Dorito chip. And so the entire time he's like, I don't taste it. It's fine. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, this is not one of those times you're going to sit there and try and play the macho masculine card. Like, oh, you just be a little bitch. Like, no, this shit is fucking hot, dude. I don't give a shit who you are. Like, and the entire time didn't even take the challenge.
You didn't even notice, though.
Fuck no. I was too busy crying and trying not to puke on myself.
Yeah. And I was positive I made the right decision after I saw that. I was like, you know what? That was the right thing to do.
Fuck you, dude. I'm gonna get your ass back. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's happening. All right, so let's get into the news today, folks. We got Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton coming out being Hillary Clinton. Good Lord, why can't this bitch just die? Her and her husband, just Epstein-loving, child pedophile, just disgusting human beings. Anywho, Hillary Clinton comes out in this soundbite, and she is, I kid you not, the very same group of people that are like, hey, the 2020 elections were the most secure elections ever in the history of elections. It's just the history of the world. It's what they were spouting off about, right? Mm-hmm. Well, now Hillary Clinton is coming out saying right-wing extremists already have a plan on how to steal the midterm 2022 elections. Yet Hillary herself does not go into any detail on what this plan actually is. She just makes a baseless accusation.
I'll tell you what, dude. She looks just like the Chancellor from Star Wars.
Palpatine?
Yeah. I mean,
you should do that. You should play.
Seriously, it's
Hillary. Dude, you look at Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton, and it's like they're like the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus or whatever their fucking names were.
They're awful.
They're horrible human beings. These people are just the scum of the earth. Like, and I'm telling you right now, folks, what Hillary Clinton says, this could easily, they always accuse the right of speaking violence, speaking hate. This is the exact same rhetoric the right has been saying for the last, 2 years? Mm-hmm. But now it's okay for the left to say it even before the elections have even happened.
Yeah.
With no, and again, the left loves saying, well, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Hillary, where's the proof?
I know.
Where's the proof of this plan? She doesn't have to prove the elections are going to be stolen. Just showcase the plan. And who are these right-wing extremists?
Right.
I want to know about that because here's the thing. The one thing the FBI will know is who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Guarantee. So where is this plan? Folks, this is what these people are doing. And don't get me wrong, the right does it as well, but they are planting these seeds that are going to grow and sprout that after the election, they can sit there and deny the election, saying it was a rigged election. Look, we called it before the election even happened. No shit. Fucking, again, Ray Charles could see this fucking plan coming. I mean, it's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
But this type of rhetoric, right off the bat, is going to cause more division and things like this. Meanwhile, I truly feel if in midterms this red wave does not come and Democrats continue to remain in control and continue to push the gender mutilation and the things such as that, the child drag shows, I feel like we are on the verge of serious violence. And I honestly feel it's going to be justified.
They're pushing this kind of stuff. Listen to her.
Yeah.
Listen.
People are fed up.
We
dude.
talked
They are
about
tired.
it before, but and that's when you compare this to saying fire in a crowded movie theater, saying that there's going to be election fraud. They already know there's going to be election fraud.
From the legality standpoint, no, I don't think it's the same. But I get
Whipping
the metaphor that you're trying to create, though, and I agree with that. I think the damage that this is going to create, versus like if a Republican came out and said they're planning on stealing it, it's like, look, dude, okay,
what about Trump?
It's believable because we saw what happened in 2020.
Yeah. What about that January 6th when he got up and gave his speech? He said peacefully protest.
Yeah.
The election, and then here you have this lady, just making stuff up.
Well, I mean, again, if we're going to play by leftist standards on this one, then it's like, okay, if you're accusing the right of potentially wanting to rig an election, showcase the proof. Where's the proof? Yeah. You, of all people, should have it. With the platform that she has and who her husband is, if there were proof, you would have it. It would be all over the internet, but there's none. This is just another talking point by Hillary Rodham Clinton to try and cause more diversity, more animosity. And folks, we're hitting a boiling point. It's hitting a fucking boiling point. People are just fed up. Mm-hmm. They are fed the fuck up.
I agree.
The more and more stories we continue hearing about all these freaking election issues that have coming up, Stacey Abrams, all this bullshit with tampered elections, that's dangerous ground. We are in dangerous waters right now because when people now feel like their elections, not just kind of like a few people saying, oh, it's fucking rigged, but a vast majority of people, this is dangerous. Because here's the thing. If the left feels the same way after midterms and they start making these stolen election accusations hardcore, bro, it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be very messy.
You had Ted Cruz on The View.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that one. I mean, he should never have went on that show, but we'll get to that. That's one of the last stories we have. Ted Cruz going on The View, and you've got Whoopi Goldberg's dumbass. Just, fuck it, we'll get into it. Ted Cruz should have known better. You're going into the lion's den. You are not. Here's the thing. and I know he knows this, and Ted's not a stupid, I've talked to him. He's not a stupid dude. He's a great debater.
Right.
But Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of those cackling cunts up there, they are bad faith actors. They will not have an honest conversation with you. It's impossible. They will never acknowledge any wrongdoing of Biden or anything like that. You cannot find any type of common ground. Now, there's a difference when I troll people on this show, but when having a debate, the ultimate goal should be to find some form of common ground and something that you can connect with and then work from there. I mean, you can sit there and you can try and prove each other wrong all day, but that doesn't do anything. It's ego-fed. It's ego-driven debates. But it's like, look, let's find a common ground that you and I can agree upon, and let's go from there to see which method of thinking and applying that perspective would actually be more fruitful to our society.
Yeah.
But when you go on things like, The View with Whoopi Goldberg, who sits there and says, well, Democrats, we don't storm things. We don't do that. And then you sit there and Ted Cruz talks about, we heard the soundbite. Yeah. Ted Cruz, can you pull that up?
Yeah, it's, what did he say?
Can you actually pull up the audio on that one, please? Yeah.
Yeah.
While he does that, like Whoopi Goldberg literally is talking to Ted Cruz on this. And when Ted Cruz calls her out on the BLM riots, she denies it. I don't know what BLM riot you're talking about. And you're just sitting there. And that, folks, that right there, we all know those riots with the BLM or those protests, those were riots. Insurance companies were paying out the ass. So many black-owned businesses were burned to the fucking ground. Cop car, all that shit. And Ted Cruz tells her this, and she still continues to deny it. So when you're having a conversation with somebody like that is denying basic facts, they're a bad faith actor. And you cannot find any common ground, and it's literally spitballs in the dark.
Yeah.
There's no connection. You should not even be talking to that person. That's just how it is. And the same applies to the right. Go ahead and roll that audio, please. My God, we sound like a professional show.
I to say the election was fair and square and legitimate. You know who y'all don't do that to? You don't do it to Hillary Clinton, who stood up and said Trump stole the election.
They didn't storm the Capitol. They didn't try to kill my former
Abrams, who said that the election was stolen. They sat here and said it was illegitimate, and you guys were fine with it. Okay, so it's illegitimate when Republicans win, but not when Democrats win.
No, here's the thing. We may not like when Republicans win, but we don't go and we don't storm. We don't try to change what we'll go
the audience.
Did I miss an entire year of Antifa riots where cities across this country were burning and police cars being...
I don't know what
Your position is the left doesn't engage in violence, really?
No, they wanted to noose our friend Mike Pence. Like, how do we make sense of that?
You just accused us of doing something we didn't do. You said Hillary Clinton didn't say whatever she didn't say. I'm saying to you, listen.
And she said it's sitting here, and you were fine with her saying it was illegitimate for Republicans to win.
She called Donald Trump the next morning, and she conceded the election, Ted.
Okay,
look. She still said it. Yeah. She still said it.
What does that even matter?
You don't have to. I mean, so what? You still concede, but you still denied it.
Yeah.
Stacey Abrams. Her as well. I love how she sits there with a combo. Well, she also called him the next day and could see the election, Ted. Yeah, that's true, but that's after she said that. So it doesn't really fucking matter. It's a moot point. The point still stands that they do the same thing, election denial, all that shit that the right does. They're no better. Look, both of these sides, it's getting to the point where it's like watching children fight. It's like, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of doing this.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like liberals. I don't like liberals by and large. I think they're some of the stupidest fucking people on the planet. But this conversation, this argumentative shit is getting fucking old. You do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. It's like, look, you both, we all do it. Let's acknowledge that, and let's come together and fix this bullshit so we can actually have some fair and balanced elections.
Yeah.
But that's the other problem, is that the right is there saying we want stricter voting protection laws to protect the integrity of the election. Now, I ask you, as a good faith argument or a good faith point here, what is wrong with stricter voting laws? And the thing is, people make it sound like, oh, we're making it really strict. Like, no, you got to have a state ID or a federal ID to vote. That's fair. That's common fucking sense. Now, the left won't do it. They don't want to do it. Well, why don't you want to do this? Why don't you want to secure these elections? You know why. They want to rely more upon illegal immigrants coming in here and voting.
What do you mean you have to have a pulse to vote?
This is ridiculous. The left should be in agreement with the right on this. This is coming from a centrist standpoint. We should be unanimously agreed upon the fact that we need to secure these elections for both sides' benefits. Why wouldn't we want a fair and balanced election? This has just gone into the realm of stupidity. And it's these talking points by the Hillary Clintons, the Whoopi Goldbergs, that you sit there and you just cause more ignorance, more stupidity, more divisiveness with your lies. and your denial of what your side actually fucking did. Whoopi is just, she's sitting there pretending, no, it didn't happen. No, it didn't. Yes, it did. Could literally be standing on the street where white and black liberals are burning down buildings with Antifa right there with them. I remember the videos of them smashing local Starbucks and shit like that. We remember this.
Yeah.
But Whoopi Goldberg wants to sit there and pretend like they didn't do it? Yes, the fuck you did. That was not Republicans. Oh, and let's look at freaking all the other protests that Republicans did and conducted that nothing happened. But you had January 6th. That was instigated by the likes of y'all. Don't even pretend like those cops and all that shit was not staged. It was 100% staged, folks. Look, I'm not Alex Jones up here. I'm not trying to say that Turn the Frog's gay. But from a previous military experience, and you've got people that are the highest protected and paid people in the land, or at least positioning, you're telling me on the day of a 1 million man, possibly 2 to 3 million day protest, 1 mile down the road, you did not have security in place in Congress where they were counting electoral votes? All the data collection and intelligence collection on social media, all that shit, and don't even pretend like the FBI wasn't working with the with Facebook at the time. You know they were. Don't even pretend like Trump wasn't doing the same fucking thing. But at the same time, with all that data, you're telling me you didn't think to secure the Capitol building and bring in more police. Stop. Don't play me for a fool. That was scripted. That was staged. Democrats did this by and large, and they baited them. They baited them, and Trump took the bait. He should never have sent them down there.
Yeah, I agree.
He never should have done that. You should have stayed in place and remained. That was a stupid move on Trump, but he did not call to riot. He didn't call to do that. We watched it. We watched it happen live on Twitch. Not one time did he utter any type of violent rhetoric. And Democrats know that. And when you debate any Democrat, whether it be on the cesspool that is Twitter or Instagram, wherever, they will never concede this, because what they instead do is they deflect to the fact of, well, the intent was violence. The intent. He didn't have to say it. He just intended for it to happen. That would never hold up in any court in any land, and you know it. That is a farce. That's a cop-out. That is just a negative association bias that you are projecting because you don't want to admit that, hey, maybe there is something here. Also, the FBI gave testimony to Congress saying, were there feds in that crowd encouraging this? We can't answer that. Why can't you answer that? Why, as the FBI director, could she not answer that? And you ducked those questions left and right. Folks, again, this is not Alex Jones talking. I am not a conspiracy theorist by any stretch of the imagination. The heat that I took for calling out the QAnon bullshit, I can't even begin to fucking tell you. The comments, it's like, oh, you sound like a sellout liberal. You sound like, and I'm just sitting here, it's like, wait, you're telling me you're getting political prophecy from an undefined source on 4chan? Are you fucking retarded? You can't be serious. If there was a data breach, leak, or whatever you want to call it in the intelligence community, they would plug that shit so fast and people would disappear. So stop buying this bullshit that could have been, that also could have been a leftist psyop, and it was successful. Why? Because we have stupid people in the GOP, the down-home country bumpkin retard fucks that believe in that shit, that still share the whole, hey, 10 likes and Jesus will heal this girl's cancer. Like, are you fucking kidding me? The same ones that post that same shit, I do not give Facebook the right to share my videos according to my, like, shut the fuck up and get off the goddamn internet. Oh, my God. The point being, I took so much fucking heat for calling out QAnon. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. But folks, if the shit doesn't line up and it doesn't meet the criteria of common sense, well, methinks there's something rotten in the state of Denmark, or rather DC. Come on now. Democrats, by and large, are good at what they do. They are fucking good. You think this goes into the realm of legislation? No. These are things that help gain the support to enact and push forward certain legislation. Suddenly, shootings start happening, and the press starts promoting more and more shootings. Why? Uh-oh, it's campaign season. What do we want to go after on the left? Guns. Yeah. And then suddenly the MSM starts reporting on all the shootings. And isn't it funny? Isn't it funny, folks, how the definition of mass shooting changed? to where it involved 3 people or more. Didn't even have to be killed, but injured. So if 3 people are injured in any kind of shooting, that is classified as a mass shooting. And suddenly the mass shootings start going through the fucking roof.
Except in Chicago.
And there in Chicago, you had like this last weekend, like 50-something people shot.
Yeah.
Where is the press on this? Where is the outrage? Because I will tell you right now, I'm willing to put money on the fact that that was primarily in black neighborhoods, and the MSN will not touch it because this highlights black on black crime. This isn't even black on white people. This is black on black crime. So that just takes racism right out of it. Unless black people just hate other black people and they're just mowing them down in record numbers. Children are being shot in these neighborhoods. Black children. Where is the BLM? Where is the outrage? Where are suddenly all the black lives that suddenly matter? Where are these BLM chapters? They're nowhere to be found because they know they're not going to go in there and they ain't touching shit. Where am I wrong? This is what Democrats do, and they are fucking good at it. And the only way to combat that is to do the same thing but better, and that turns you into the very evil you want to defeat. And that's what sucks about it. And that's why all this bullshit is nothing but a charade and a farce. All this crap. That's why people are starting to wake up to the fact of like, okay, there's the mirror, there's the smoke. What are they hiding? What's coming around the corner? That's what it's created, which is actually kind of a good thing now because people are way more skeptical. I told Crenshaw, I've talked to him on the phone a few times, like, look, dude, I was like, I like you as a dude, but I will never trust you as a politician. Never. I was like, you are a politician. That's your job. You chose that profession. We can be cool in real life. I was like, but anything you say, I do not trust until I actually see it in action. Yeah. And that goes to the left. That goes to anybody. Dude, even in business. How many times have you and I had business meetings, business, we handle in business, business meetings, and motherfuckers just go back on their word. It's like, yeah, I take it with a grain of salt. Until that shit's in writing, I don't believe anything anybody tells me. Yeah. It's the same shit. Same fucking shit. But when Ted Cruz goes in there with bad faith actors that you know will never concede any negative thing towards their party, what the fuck is the point of being there?
I think him going on there and talking to those people, there's going to be some people whose mind he'll change. So he could say,
yeah,
possibly. All right, well, where I must have been asleep for the year-long Antifa riots when all that stuff happened. Yeah. And people are going to be like, you know what? Some people at least are going to be like, who are on the fence, who don't like paying high gas prices and high grocery prices.
You're right on that. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. You're right.
You're going to have a few people out there, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 20, It's hard to really quantify it until you get to election season, but I think it's worth it for him to go on there because they're not going to make it's going to be the exact opposite. He's going to be able to bring the facts and bring the heat to these ladies.
There's just so many bad faith actors that you could literally sit there and have Joe Biden come in there and say, "Hey, I actually did steal the election," and they still wouldn't believe it. But they still wouldn't believe it.
I appreciate the fact that he goes on there. He's cordial to these women.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't call them idiots or
I would. That's why I can never be a politician. I get up there and be like, listen, you ignorant sluts. Joy Behar, shut the fuck up, you fire-crotched cunt.
I know, but, they try to, Ted Cruz. I think he's...
well, the only thing they've got against Ted Cruz is the fact that he tried to DD him out during the last winter snowstorm we had over to fucking Mexico. I was like, bro, that's fucked.
I didn't vote for him.
I had so many people that did not like my stance on that or my take on that. It's like, he's just doing what he would do to his children. It's like, no, bro, you're an elected official. You don't fucking bounce. You stay and you endure it with the citizens. Like, what kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah, you gotta...
No, and then that was the people that defended that are the same blind supporters. So when I say the right is just as bad as the left, and we all know that. We all know the right is just as bad as the left at certain things. But that one, when people try to defend Ted Cruz, like, well, I mean, he wanted to stay warm. Who gives a fuck? You're the goddamn leader, bro. You should be out there shoveling snow of the old ladies in your neighborhood.
Getting water.
The fuck out of it. The reason why people do that is I honestly feel it's because Americans, by and large, have never had access to actually genuinely good leadership. No. They don't know what real leadership actually looks like. They have an idea. They have a concept. It's applying certain morals and traits to being a good person, but they've never actually seen it in place or in play. And so when Ted Cruz pulled that, and you get that, and you get all of that in the military. So in the military, you can identify a good leader right away, normally. normally right away, versus a bad one. You can always tell because you eventually you stay in long enough, you have to assume the position of leadership. Yeah. You've got to know how to lead people effectively, especially in combat. So when Ted Cruz pulled that shit, I'm just sitting there, I'm going like, bro, you just abandoned your men. It's like your men are out there sleeping in the fucking snow and ice, and you just like, hey guys, I'll be back when this is over.
Yeah.
It's like they would have no respect for you, nor would I. I was like, you're a piece of shit. You're not a team player.
Right.
If we're sucking dick, you're getting the balls, bro. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Open the mouth and slurp the bad boys. Let's get those grapes moving.
Yeah. For the most part, though, he came back and took responsibility.
Took responsibility. He did. I will give him that, but he tried passing that off as if he was there he was escorting him there. Yeah. It's like, dude, don't.
You got to say that before you actually go like, hey guys, I'm going to go make sure my family gets over here, then I'm coming right back.
I was just going there to make sure they made it there safely. Yeah. Ted, bro, come on, man. Come on, Ted. Come on, Teddy. Yeah, don't you do that. You know what you're doing there. You're a good debater. You're not stupid. You know that ain't going to fly. Don't shit down my neck and tell me it's raining. Bro, the storms last night. Did you get hit with that?
My kids were up at like 5 this morning because of the wind.
I fucking love it. I love it.
I was like, what do you guys do now? He's like, the wind. The wind.
It was blowing pretty hard.
Yeah.
It was blowing really hard.
I was asleep.
But no, it was storming pretty hard last night. I made burgers. I love grilling during the fall. I love grilling in winter. I love grilling in the winter months. I don't care who you are. I love it.
Sound like Dr. Seuss over there.
I would grill it in the snow. I would grill it with a hoe. No, I made deer burgers. I got to start eating more of this deer because I'm going hunting again next month. You're going with me. We're actually doing it together. This is your first time hunting.
Oh, yeah.
I love how we just diverted away from politics, but I don't give a fuck. No, your first time hunting. So, we need to go. We got to go zero the fucking rifle. I got a 308 Savage. It's a great rifle. Not a bad kick. Really easy with the scope on it. We got to go zero it to make sure that I can get it down pat and that you can shoot it as well so you know where your shot placement is when you're going to actually go out and hit the deer. Mm-hmm. So you know if it's a 200 meters, I got to put it on this part of the reticle, vice versa. Okay. So you know how to effectively engage. And it's too easy to learn. It's just like fucking video games. But yeah, I'm excited, man. Yeah, I got to take you to Cabela's. We got to get you kitted up.
Got to get the stuff.
Oh man, I'm excited. This is how my buddy Andy was when he was taking me hunting for the first time. He's like, we're gonna go get all this shit. I was excited. It's like I'm gonna piss on my boots. I don't know why, but whatever.
Okay.
It's a Ron White joke there. It's like I got piss on my boots. I don't know why. No, it's a good time though, man. Because I will tell you, for anybody that has never been hunting before, there is such a connection with nature. It's like you connect with the ancestry of not just your people you came from, but I think mankind in general, because you're out there before the sun even comes up and you're sitting in a deer blind. And I know they didn't hunt like this back in the day. I get it. I'm well aware of that fact, but I really don't fucking care. Thank God for technology. That's why we're looking. Yeah. Anyway, the sun comes up and it's chilly as fuck. It's cold as hell outside and you're bundled up. You got your hand warmers in there and you're just listening for anything. And as that sun starts to peak above that horizon and you start to see the area that you got mapped out, like that little hunting trail or wherever you could be sitting at over watching a field, and slowly you start hearing them getting up and moving around. It's like, fuck. And then you start feeling your heart start to race. It's like, here we go. Here we fucking go. Don't move too fast. Keep your eyes peeled. And then suddenly that motherfucker pops up and it's like, no way. No way. Is it a buck? Is it a doe? Which is it? Because it matters. So we're going for bucks. And then you sit there and you count. Okay, he's got like what? 1, 2, 3. Nah, he's got like 4. Nah, 4 point. Nah, we're going to hold off. We want the higher the point, the better. Bigger, more mature. And so finally that 8, 10 point comes walking out. And you're just like, son of a bitch, there he is. And you want to get that flank shot on him. So you got to wait for him to give you the profile. And then once you've got the profile, then you got to focus on the breathing and the trigger squeeze. The entire time, your heart is just fucking racing in your chest. Like, Jesus Christ, don't let me miss. Don't let me miss. Don't, because you got one shot, dude.
One opportunity.
One shot. Mom's spaghetti is on its way up. Don't fuck this up. Elmer Fudd, no. Don't Elmer Fudd this shit over there.
Break yourself, dear.
You take the fucking shot, and that dude either crashes then, and you'll know if you hit him because he jumps. Mm-hmm. And if you hit him, you got to watch where he runs off, and then you got to go out to where you hit him, and then you got to follow the blood trail. And that's hard as fuck because that sun's still coming up, so you can't see hardly anything. Mm-hmm. And then you follow the blood trail. Like me and my one buddy, we trailed this one deer for like half a fucking mile until we finally found where he crashed. And the tour guy, or the guy that was with us, this dude, he was Native American. I shit you not. I'm not like making fun of this, but like he's literally a tracker, Native American tracker. And this dude picked up the fucking trail instantaneously and tracked this thing over half a mile. I'm like, holy shit. Like, just incredible. We're talking about, like, broken little fucking blades of grass like that right there. He went that way. Like, huh. So it's real. He was like, yeah, it's real. I'm like, okay, cool.
All right.
But that is what hunting is. I fucking love hunting. And now, you know, everybody's like, we got to go try bow. You guys like, no, I'm good with the 308. I'm happy dropping that mother. Oh, and then hog hunting. Holy shit. Hog hunting is fun. All right, let's get back to this. We could go on for days about the other shit. Like, I'm excited to go hunt. And the meat. Oh my God, bro. We had, like, again, venison burgers last night.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
So juicy. And it's the best meat for you. Like, of all the meats out there, it is the most healthiest, leanest meat for you. And it tastes the best. That's why God gave us deer. That's why we have deer.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my God. I am totally sporting a chub right now. For anyone listening, I am ready to go. Ready to go. It's such a good fucking time. And, of course, like, the liberals that possibly listen to the show just shit themselves. Like, oh, my God, I get my meat from the grocery store like normal, civilized human beings. I love us. Us being so, it's so fun being us. Joe Biden gripes about the lack of freedom after Secret Service stops him from wandering off. Bro, you can't make this up.
He got lost on the White House lawn.
President Joe Biden flashed annoyance at his Secret Service detail as they redirected him at the White House after an event on Monday. The president and First Lady Joe Biden participated in a tree planting ceremony. That's just what he needs is more oxygen, so good for him. For White House groundskeeper Dale Hanley to mark his 50 years of service. After the... Wait, I didn't even know that was a job. What does that pay? To be the groundskeeper of the White House.
It's still probably like $35,000 a year.
And his name's Jorge.
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez.
Oh my God! Look, I don't give a fuck what I have a Mexican lady that cleans my house. Yeah, and she's amazing. She's the sweetest lady ever. Speaks really good English, but she's a little Mexican lady with little Mexican daughters, and they come clean. And I pay them really good too. But it's just so fucking funny. It's like, yeah, the stereotypes are true. They're really true, and she does a damn good job. Damn good job. Like, she doesn't fuck around in there. That's why it's like they are very hardworking people.
I don't care.
You know, of all the stereotypes and shit out there, Mexicans by and large are fucking like Asians are very dedicated to their studies and stuff like that. But Mexicans are amazing at being hard motherfucking workers. They don't give a fuck. And the other thing is, you can be out there in that Texas heat. Like, oh my God, like the roofers, the people in the roof, a lot of them are Mexican. And they're up there in that heat all fucking day, and they still kick ass, and they get the shit done. You're just like, damn.
Sounds like a stereotype.
It does. Oh, but it's a stereotype, so we can't do that because that's not right. Even though it's like a good fucking stereotype. It's like, oh, it's still sorry, guys, can't do it. Mexicans, you're just like everybody else. Sorry, we can't do stereotypes. Bunch of goddamn car thieves. Anyway, I'm kidding. White people steal cars too. Just not as much. Anywho, don't even get me started on the Jews. I'll get canceled. I'm kidding. I was only kidding. Jesus Christ. This is the best show ever. Oh my God. Anyway, after the event, Biden began walking away in one direction before a Secret Service agent pointed him toward the opposite direction. Which way are we going? Biden asked. This way, the agent replied. How about going the other way? Biden responded. This way, sir, another agent added. How about if I go that way? Biden continued. You can go that way if you want, the agent replied. You can go wherever you want, the first lady said encouragingly. This has got to be like the most awkward situation that you're sitting there trying to reason with this dementia-ridden old man who's probably got a brick on deck for his diaper. It's like, can I go that way? No. Can I go that way? Can I go between your legs? Can I go right and do a button hook left? Mr. President, you can go wherever you want. And then Jill's like, oh, sweetie, let's go to bed. You're tired, baby. You can go wherever you want, Joe. And Joe's like, I want to sniff a kid.
I want to sniff a kid.
I want to sniff a kid.
Pluck a pine coming off a tree, start eating it. What's wrong with this apple?
And he sits there and complains about this shit. He said, yeah, I notice how much freedom I have, Biden replied sarcastically as he proceeded in the right direction.
As he proceeded in the direction.
Thank God for that. As he proceeded in the wrong direction would be even better.
I'm going to get an Amber Alert on my phone. 82-year-old president of the United States lost.
That's a silver alert. The Amber's for children. The silver alert's for Biden's. President Biden has sent out a fucking statewide silver alert because Biden's lost in the White House.
We lost him.
Hey, wait. Has anybody seen the president? We don't know where we left him.
Be on a bench waiting for a bus.
He's like, it just reminds like a sim from like the games where they just kind of walk. He's like literally just trying to walk into a wall for like hours. It's like, come on, Joe, let's put you to bed. Poor guy. You almost kind of want to feel bad for the dumb fuck, but not really. Oh, Satan, come quick.
Come on, you idiot.
Come get your boy. Come get your fucking boy. Oh my God. Hit that plus up on Rumble. YouTube, love you guys. Come on over to fucking Rumble. Why are you still on YouTube, bro? They're going to shut me down. They took my 300,000 account because they're a bunch of fucking cucklords. Come over to Rumble. They're so good. We got Andrew Tate, misogynist extraordinaire. We got great people over here. We got real motherfuckers. How about that? Yeah. We got real motherfuckers over here on Rumble. So, and appreciate Rumble working with us and running advertisements on the Rumble platform and Truth Social. Big shout out to them and big thanks there. Hit that plus up on the thing there. Anywho, new article. I love when they say this. Twitter erupts during DeSantis Crist debate over school closings. This is the definition of gaslighting, but I do like how they put in there the Twitter erupts. Bro, you could have a chicken shits an egg and Twitter will erupt. Nobody gives a fuck about the eruptions of the peasantry on Twitter. Twitter is a leftist sea of trolls that sits there and shits all over. They're like liberal seagulls. Or no, they're like liberal pigeons. You can have a great thing going for you and they will just fly in one big mass and shit all over everything and then fly away in their misery. That's what Twitter is. It's like a group of liberal fucking pigeons. So to sit there and say that Twitter erupts, no shit. You could, like, Trump could have farted and Twitter would have erupted. Oh, he hates the Jews because he farted and he polluted Jewish air. You're like, wait, what? And you're sitting and goes like, oh, no, it's coming from CNN. That's 100% true. Yeah. No, they genuinely believe this, 100%. And you're just sitting there going like, what kind of fucking world am I living in? But we have people that just, they're that biased. Like, I get that everyone has a bias, but fuck me running. That bias is just like attached to you at the navel. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what the landscape is going to look like on Twitter.
Oh my God, once Elon, because he's buying it.
Yeah.
Run, liberals, run. And he's sacking 75% of them motherfuckers. Hell yeah.
Well, just the bots that comprise.
Go look at Biden's feed.
Right.
His feed is nothing but bots regurgitating literally word for word the same comment. It's bots, yes. And that's what they do. It's funny. Yeah. It's true. But Twitter erupts during DeSantis Crist debate over school closings. This is the definition of gaslighting. Ron DeSantis and Charlie Crist faced off in their one and only debate ahead of the November election. Critics on all sides of Twitter reacted to the fiery gubernatorial debate between Republican Governor DeSantis and Democratic challenger Charlie Crist. I could be mistaken, but wasn't Charlie Crist governor before in Florida?
I don't think he was governor. I think he was something. I think he was like Congress, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Have to look it up,
conservatives were baffled by Crist's attempt to portray DeSantis as the shutdown guy for being the first governor in Florida's history to shut down schools and businesses at the beginning. Dude, any liberal that wants to argue this talking point, like, are you serious? Like, your side was all for shutdowns.
So they talked about.
Yeah, Republicans by and large were like, no, we want to stay open. Well, that's actually not true. Yeah. There were a lot of Republican leadership that did want to shut down. Then a lot of other people like us were like, no, we don't want to shut down.
Right.
But DeSantis, outside of Kristi Noem, DeSantis was the first one open.
Kristi Noem,
DeSantis, and Abbott followed suit.
Yeah.
But yeah, DeSantis was like number 2 in the shoot. Kristi Noem never let them shut down. I think Florida shut down for like a week or 2 or some shit. I don't remember. But still, the point was DeSantis was not the shutdown guy.
Right. Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. So this, again, I know this is politics. I know this is the average liberal, something like that, and be like, actually, he's lying.
Yeah.
They're going to buy these talking points. They're going to swallow them hook, line, and sinker. And that's how bad it's gotten. And as long as we continue like having this habitual behavior and these patterns, Democrats know how to play the game. Fuck, I've candidates before on how to fucking roll things as far as like navigate the landscape of social media when engaging in debate and shit like that. Like, I have Congress people hitting me up and I'm like, I will tell you how to fucking handle this because I've dealt with this for like 6 fucking years. And the thing is, groupthink can easily be predicted. It's easy. You're just like a press agent, a PR, the publicist, whatever you want to call it. But and politicians and their handlers, by and large, know as long as they keep us buying these stupid divisive talking points, they keep getting elected.
Yeah.
Because it's like if everybody's healthy, the doctor doesn't have a job.
That's right. Pfizer.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, yeah. Conservatives were baffled by Crist's attempt to portray DeSantis as the shutdown guy for being the first Florida governor in the history to shut down schools and businesses at the beginning of the pandemic after DeSantis slammed Crist for urging him to keep the lockdowns going. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Like, bro, do you even hear what you're saying?
This guy's such an
idiot. Yeah, if you go look at his Twitter, oh, it's bad. Like, this dude is just that he tweets such cringe, and these accusations that he levies at DeSantis are just kind of like, where did you pull that from? Like, where are you getting, like, he wants to take away your rights? Where?
Do you know
like, what rights? Like, can you give me an example? Well, don't say gay. That's not what the bill is about. The bill is about not having those discussions with underage children. I think that's okay. I think that can be. I don't want another adult having a sexual conversation with underage children outside of biology, which was what, in 7th or 8th grade, and you actually had the class on this is the penis, this is the vagina.
Yeah. Basics.
And for liberals, it was like, this is the penis, this is the butthole. Hey, yo. And then for the other liberals, it was kind of like, this is the penis that you can turn into a vagina, but it's not really a vagina. It's still a penis with an itty. That's all it is. Boom.
This guy's with tits.
Oh, my God. Former Charlie Crist staffers, colleagues endorse Ron DeSantis. DeSantis is delivered for Florida. Former staff is the key colleagues of Democratic Representative Charlie Crist, who's, again, debating Ron DeSantis, is what we're just talking about, Florida, has endorsed a Republican governor over their ex-boss, concluding that the choice could not be more clear. Crist, dude, I honestly feel like this is just a financial thing. I think this guy is just getting money because, I mean, think about it. Look how desperate Florida liberals are. Mm-hmm. They're going to donate to his campaign left and right, 100%. They are so out there. That's a guaranteed source of income. The dumb ones are. Yeah, that's a guaranteed source of income. Florida is so red right now. Whole
deep red.
Deep red.
It went from like purple to deep red here the past 4 years.
Because Florida used to be one of those states that was like, it could go either way. Swing state. It was. And now it's just like, no. And, you know, that's a testament because now I want to see what happens in Texas. Because before, we were a little worried that Texas was turning blue. But now it's like, I think we're going to see what happens between Beto and Abbott to really showcase what Texans think by and large.
It's not even going to be close.
Dude, I don't know.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Are we talking about Texas or are we talking about Florida?
I'm talking about Texas.
Dude, no, I don't know. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried because you got
still
liberals
show
in
up
Dallas.
To vote. Still, everybody needs to go out and vote.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I think I think Abbott crushes him. And I was, I would have liked to see Nylon West.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But between
Abbott has the money, he's the incumbent. Yeah, good luck. But yeah,
this butthole dork. I mean, it's not even it's not even comparable choices. Like he just has never done anything.
No,
he's run for office. Mm-hmm. It's just
the way he uses
Uvalde.
El Paso.
Yeah, he was a mayor of El Paso.
And that guy again, he is. You know, when you switch your mind that many times, even Democrats, by and large, your own party loses trust in you. That's why it was good to see Beto. Like, whoever's Beto's handlers are, they're horrible. He needs better handlers.
He's a dummy.
Like, when he's formulating his opinions, which basically means whatever his handlers tell him to think, they need to do whatever. The memos aren't getting to his desk because he is not. It's like, hey, Beto, look, you're anti-2A. Stay that way. Don't go back on it. The DNC will support you. But instead, he's like, oh, no, hell yeah, we're going to take your AR-15s, your AK-4. Then run for governor. No, I'm not interested in messing with the Second Amendment. You keep your guns, you keep your ARs, and then he runs against Abbott.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we need to take away this stuff after Uvalde happened. This dude changes his mind so much. You can't have any trust in that. Neither side can trust you.
Just wants to be in charge.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a taste for power.
Yeah, he knows.
And the DNC even supporting him is crazy.
Soros supporting him and all these other people supporting him. They know that whatever they want him to do, he'll do it.
That dude's going to jump. That a guy, you want to talk about like a puppet? That is a puppet. This guy has no originality to himself.
Zero.
He's literally regurgitating everything everyone around him speaks. He even sits there and he supports the new Green Deal or the Green New Deal, whatever it's called. He literally supports that and then says the authors are geniuses. And you're like, this is AOC we're talking about.
Okay, con man.
Okay, so it's kind of like, did you really just say that AOC is smart? Did you say she's intelligent?
Oh, God.
This is the same woman that got confused about a fucking garbage disposal, O'Bork. Like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
That video of her with like her 15 people.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God, dude. I just can't.
I'm telling you. And you're just sitting there going like, what the fuck? And you're just like, my God, the one good thing about this, America is the land of opportunity because if a stupid cunt like that can get fucking elected, everyone's got a shot. I'm just saying. If AOC can get fucking elected, as stupid as that bitch is, oh my God. And look, don't even get me started on minority. She's a minority, and look how stupid she is, and she still got elected.
Still.
And you're like, Wow.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible when you misbelieve.
I know.
Dude, so when O'Rourke says that they're geniuses, they're intelligent people, you're just kind of like, bro, I've lost any of the very tiny little bits of respect I may have had for you in a different life. That's it. Like, good Lord. Anyway. All right, Marco Rubio volunteer. This is in the headlines on social media as well. Marco Rubio volunteer. This is a real story. Viciously attacked by assailants who said Republicans weren't allowed in their neighborhood. Now, the difference between this and Jussie Smollett is this guy was actually hospitalized and is going to have facial reconstructive surgery.
Damn.
So if this guy faked it, he really committed to the role. A volunteer for Senate. I'm not saying that he did fake. I'm saying they didn't fake this. This actually happened. A volunteer for Senator Marco Rubio was brutally attacked while canvassing the campaign in Hialeah, Florida, leaving him with a broken jaw and internal bleeding. According to the senator, who is facing off against Democratic Representative Val Demings, in roughly 2 weeks, 4 individuals attacked the canvasser, allegedly telling him that Republicans were not allowed in their neighborhood. The man, who will also require facial reconstructive surgery, was wearing a shirt supporting Rubio and a hat supporting Governor Ron DeSantis. Last night, and this was tweeted out by Marco Rubio himself, saying, last night, one of our canvassers wearing my t-shirt and a DeSantis hat was brutally attacked by 4 animals who told him Republicans weren't allowed in their neighborhood in Hialeah, Florida. He suffered internal bleeding, a broken jaw, and will need facial reconstructive surgery. Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic, Biden said, adding that there is no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans that are a threat to this country. And it's stuff like this that happened after Biden's speech. That's what he said in his speech. Mm-hmm. And so I'm wondering if liberals are going to attribute this to Biden's speech. Will they make any connection? And,
no.
No. Why did you instantly say no?
Because I'm looking
by
at the
and
Twitter
large,
feed.
They're bad faith actors.
I'm looking at the Twitter feed, and immediately they're like, Fred, the story isn't adding up.
Yeah.
Canvassing at 11 p.m.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I'm sure something happened, but not with the Rubio case.
Well, here's the one thing then. The one thing the Democrats, by and large, have to admit, though, is at least our fakers really commit to the roles. And your guy was an actual actor. So I'm just saying. Yeah. No, he didn't fake this. There's no you could go through They beat the shit. Hopefully the cops get whoever fucking did this.
Yeah.
But that's why you need to carry a gun. Carry a gun. Because when
especially
it's
4-on-1,
bro, that's CCW.
Yeah.
Let them have it. Nigerian Trump supporters got and they were like, you're breathing freaking I'm with her air. And they attacked. Now, I'm not making fun of this guy. I feel bad for him. And good thing, he's going to be fine. He's going to be okay. He's not going to die. But it's still fucked up.
Yeah.
But again, Floridians or friggin' liberals in general, they faked it. They faked it. Okay, that's some interesting fake-looking stitches. So, yeah, notably Charlie Crist, who was challenging DeSantis this year's gubernatorial race, praised Biden, telling his supporters that he was so damn proud of Biden for demonizing millions of Americans. And yeah, Charlie Crist has been a Joe Biden cockrider. He has. That dude has sucked Biden's dick at every opportunity he's get. Charlie Crist is one of the most spineless guys I have ever seen in my entire life. He's like an older version of Beto O'Rourke. This guy he's a Gumby politician. He will literally bend any direction you want him to. You walk all over people like this. You can tell by their personalities. They've got no originality, not a single. Well, it's more like this dude. He's intelligent enough that he knows to go with the flow. Yeah. He knows to be Gumby. He knows not to have any original thought or have a stance. It's the smartest thing to do is to go with the stream, and that's how you get paid.
Yeah, DeSantis called him out on the debate stage, talking about, he makes $174,000 a year, and he only went to Washington, D.C. I think he said 4 times.
Jeez.
It might have been 14, but I think it was 4. He's like, that's a pretty cushy job. I could see why you'd want it. Mm-hmm. But absolutely. That's why all these people want to be politicians, because they don't have to do anything.
You're set for life.
Yeah. You don't have to do anything. You just get elected and show up 4 times a year.
Pretty much.
Collect your money. It's a side hustle. It's not even their full-time job. It's a side hustle.
Exactly. It is. It's we should just start doing those oh my God. We could do one of those infomercials hey, I'm John Burke, and I'm going to teach you how to make some side income of $174,000 a year with very minimal effort. Run for Congress. That's right. Now I'm going to show you in my how-to book how to do just that for 4 simple payments of $19.99. That should be talked about these philanthropists and these entrepreneur speakers like Andy Frisella go out there push this shit. Andy, go talk about this. Hey, you want to make an easy $174K a month or a year doing a side hustle? I can teach you how. Run for Congress.
Get elected.
Get elected to Congress. That's how you do it.
And that's not all.
Folks, Rumble, hit that plus button and hit that share button. That's how we grow this podcast. We want to say thank you for all the reviews you've left on the show. That actually helps bump us up in the algorithms. Thank you for doing just that. It really, guys, I'm serious. It does so much. When you leave those 5-star reviews and, leave the reviews and shit like that and share the podcast to your friends. I'm still getting hit up on Instagram. People like, hey, I'm listening. We love the show. And it's just like, we listen to it in our garage where we work. And it's like, dude, that's such a cool thing to hear.
It really is.
That's such a fucking cool hear. Like a bunch of fucking wrench turners in the garage, like America's blue collar motherfuckers are actually listening to us. It's like that resonates with me because I was like, that's the American people. These are the fucking people out there working their asses off, living paycheck to paycheck, doing everything they can to put food on the table. Like the real foundational Americans.
The
backbone of America. So when people like that listening to the show, it's like, that's the caliber of people that want to tune in. Like that I love that. As much as it's cool to know that sometimes a podcast makes it up through Congress, but to know that it resonates with our people, that's the greatest thing ever. And by our people, I mean white people.
Americans.
Because when I was talking about wrench turners, you pictured Mexicans, didn't you? John Burke Uncensored is the greatest thing that's happened to the internet since fucking, I don't know, porn. Who knows?
Get over to Rumble quick.
Woo! That's what I'm telling you. Oh, my God. What's next? North Carolina Democrats, and you gotta love this. North Carolina Democrats threaten strike 2 weeks from Election Day. This campaign cannot run without us. These are some of the stupidest people I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. You are literally willing to throw away an election.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Do it.
Yeah, it's like, yes, do it. Do it. Do it. Democrats in North Carolina appear to be distracted with their own internal disagreements just 2 weeks out from extremely close, high-stakes midterm elections. High stakes. Very high stakes. The NCDP Field Staff Union, part of the Campaign Workers Guild, is threatening to go on strike against the North Carolina Democratic Party in a battle over contracts, pay, safety, and health care. The union tweeted in a thread this week, "Gotta love them unions, baby. If they ain't working for you, they're gonna work against you."
You're welcome.
You're welcome. The unions actually did something for the shit. Now, if the NRA could get on board, that'd be great. Fucking A. The NC Dem Party added and said, remember this campaign cannot run without us. We deserve a fair contract, the union warned. The union is alleging that the NCDP would not agree to meet for negotiations until right before the election to run out the clock on agreeing to a fair contract. The NCDP instead sent a counterproposal which reflects a substantial reduction in pay and benefits when compared with the 2020 contract. This is unacceptable as wages and benefits trend up in the industry both. And I love the fact Democrat-caused inflation is now causing them to have to renegotiate contracts with Democratic poll workers. It's the most beautiful, ironic thing you can ever see. Joe Biden's America, folks. There you have it. You gotta love it. Good night, folks. Roll credits. We're done.
He's like, everything's going great. Our economy's fantastic. It's
strongest economy ever. Yeah, sure it is, Joe. Go take a nap, Joe. Just go take a nap. Good Lord. You fucking can't make this up. You fucking can't make this up. It's the greatest thing ever. Oh, my God. New York Supreme Court. Now, we called this. You called it especially. Remember, you said this so many different times. Great news, folks. Great news. New York Supreme Court reinstates all employees fired for being unvaccinated and, it gets better, orders back pay.
Yep.
Fuck yes. A strike for good, a strike in the right direction, and I'm telling you, more of this is going to follow. More of this is going to follow. States are going to start fucking crucifying these businesses. These large-scale corporations are going to pay out through the fucking nose.
Yeah.
We're not talking months of back pay. We're talking years.
Oh, yeah.
Upwards of 2 to 3 years now at this point.
There's big corporations.
Not 3, but yeah, close.
Big corporations who made it mandatory that if you don't get this, hats off to all the people who stood up and said, nope, I'm not going to do it.
I've got so much respect for them, yes.
Absolutely. Even now, even if they did take the vaccine and stayed on with the company, I could still see a class action lawsuit 100%. Saying that these people forced me to get a vaccine that I didn't want.
And
now
proof.
we're seeing reports that...
Katy Perry. You see Katy Perry? Katy Perry?
Dude, I don't know. She looks so weird.
Bro, if you've not seen this clip circulating on the internet about Katy Perry, I can't say her name. Katy Perry. She is literally looking at the audience in a concert, it appears, and she is blinking, and her right eye is staying shut. Now, you remember the images of Justin Bieber who had that face paralysis thing?
Right.
It looks very similar. Very, like, she's literally blinking, her eye's functioning, and she's got no movement in her right eyelid. It's literally just staying close. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like animatronics, right?
It does.
Like something
now,
you would
if
see
that's animatronics, that shit looks fucking real.
Yeah.
Everybody
Who knows
in the
what they
chat's
can do nowadays? That was
she had jizz in her eye. Dude, she's sitting there, pulls it up, and it goes right back down. Pulls it up, goes right back down. You're like, what the shit?
Okay, that's a little creepy.
Yeah.
She crawled up the wall backwards.
And her face turned around and started spewing green vomit on everybody. Oh, dude, it was nuts. It was nuts. But anyway, the Supreme Court found that being vaccinated does not stop the spread of COVID-19. Say what?
Yeah.
The New York State Supreme Court reinstated all employees who were fired for not being vaccinated on Monday, ordering back pay and saying that their rights have been violated. The court found that being vaccinated does not prevent an individual from contracting or transmitting COVID-19. Now, the thing that sucks about that is that shouldn't even be the reasoning for it. It should be the simple fact that that was wrong to do.
Yeah.
So, and I'm hoping this is not the reason, but the way this article is written, it's coming from Fox, so keep that in mind. But it sounds as if like the only reason they're doing this is because the vaccine didn't do what it was promised to do.
They said they never promised that it, like, if you listen to the...
Oh, Fauci did.
The meetings that they just had, like the Pfizer people said that they never tested it to see if it would stop transmission.
Yep. That wasn't even fucking tested.
No, they didn't even talk about it. Well, no, the only people that talked about it were these government scumbags who said, get it to save people's lives. If you don't get the shot, then you want people dead.
Yep, oh God, all the virtue signaling fucking cunt Karens out there. Jesus. Wear a mask in the shower, wear a mask in your car. And then, oh my God. And you know, you would think the cringe lords over in the ICUs and shit, the nurses that would stop making these TikToks, they're still doing it.
Oh yeah, they're
now
terrible.
They're doing it about monkeypox, or now they're doing it about global warming, climate change and shit. Like they're literally doing the same. It's like, did you not learn?
Yeah.
Like, stop it. It's cringe as fuck. It's the stupidest, nerdiest, like, oh my God, you're like a bunch of fucking boomers, but you're millennials. Yeah. What the hell's wrong with you?
Surprisingly, Bill Maher has, I mean, I got to say that like that guy is finally like calling out liberal bullshit. Because he was like, you know, the liberals talking about science and science deniers, and then you look outside and they're wearing a mask. I'm like, exactly. I've been saying that for fucking 3 years now.
They double down on it.
Why are you in a car by yourself with a mask on?
Bad
Why are you
faith
outside
actors
with a mask on, walking down the street?
Bad faith actors.
I still see people like walking my dog at night, walking around. There's this one old man that walks around with a mask on. I'm like, you know that doesn't do anything right. You look like
I still see the motherfuckers in their car. I still see the motherfuckers in their car with their masks on.
Yeah, I'm like, well, your teeth must be jacked up. You just don't want anybody to see it.
Dude, I don't get those people. Like, I honestly feel like it's almost Stockholm Syndrome at this point. Because think about it from their perspective. You're still living in fear of catching COVID and it killing you.
Right.
You literally believe in that.
And
like,
it was never, unless you were an old person or fat, then you really didn't have anything to worry about.
And Fauci and the rest of them, even Bill Gates, I don't even know why that opinion holds any validity, but even your own Bill Gates even said the same fucking, he's not a doctor. Like, I don't even know why people give a fuck what this douchebag has to say. But even Bill Gates, the overlord of the left, said it. He even committed, he said it. Said it, Jesus.
Said it. He said it all over the place. What him name is. The court found that, New York City alone fired roughly 1,400 employees for being unvaccinated earlier this year after the city adopted a vaccine mandate under former Mayor Bill de Blasio. Many of those fired were police officers and firefighters. Hey, it's Marina Medvin. I follow her on Twitter. She follows me. She's a really intelligent. She's, I think she handled some of the cases in relation to Kyle Rittenhouse. I wanted to get her on the show, but she's still doing litigations, some shit like that. But she's very intelligent. And she, oh man, she blasts these motherfuckers. She's a great person to follow. If you're looking for some really intelligent content and to get some legal perspective, and she puts it in layman's terms, she's a good person to follow. New York State Supreme Court reinstates all fired unvaccinated employees, orders back. Oh yeah, I even shared this one. How about that? How about
what
that?
A small world it is. FDNY Firefighters Association president and blah, 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 blah. Earlier this year, after the mayor allowed an exception to the vaccine mandate for athletes and performers, even as a firefighter, were still being fired over their status. The pair called on the city to expand the exception to all New Yorkers. We're here to say that we support the revocation of the vaccine mandate that the mayor announced on Thursday, McCarthy said. I think that it should be extended as well. We support the revocation of the mandate for the athletes and performers that work in New York City. We think that the people that work for New York City should also have the mandate relocated to them. Dude, I love it. I love it. But that's just for the city workers. That's not for the actual city itself. Yeah. But they're calling on that to expand it. Oh, I agree fully. And I think that is going to be handled, though. I think that because, again, if they're at city level, at state and federal level, if it's going to that level, yeah, I think it's eventually, those lawsuits are going to hit. Good for them.
Yep.
Fucking lawyer up and go get those motherfuckers, dude. Get your money. Get the bags, Kang. Secure the bags. You just said, like, bankrupt these motherfuckers. I don't give a shit. Republican, don't give a fuck. You fired motherfuckers for not having that vaccine. I hope they fucking take your ass to the cleaners. Yeah. And then I hope they take that money and they start up a business doing the exact same thing you were doing and take over. That'd be wonderful. That'd be so great. Like if I worked for a CBD company and they fired me and then I sued them and got so much money they went bankrupt and then I started my own CBD company and made it successful. That would be hilarious. Dude, I would send them like complimentary CBD bottles that would be empty but with the label. every fucking New Year's. Merry Christmas, you cunts. I would totally do that. Oh, my gosh. Well, some backbone from an area that I would never even really think about. Harry Potter actor Ralph Fiennes defends author J.K. Rowling and blasts disgusting verbal abuse. For those who don't remember him, he played Lord Voldemort. Also, the English patient. Really? He was in James Bond. Very good actor. He was Red Dragon, Hannibal. An amazing actor. Huh. Very good actor.
Oh, that's him?
That's him. The author has previously caught backlash for comments she made on social media about transgender community. The transgender community is a bunch of fucking whack jobs. Harry Potter actor, why does nobody come after me? I really wish they would. That'd be great.
You're just way too good looking, my friend.
Damn it. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Harry Potter actor Ralph Fiennes has defended author J.K. Rowling over what he called disgusting abuse she has received for her views on transgender issues. Fiennes, who plays Lord Voldemort in the film adaptations of the book, has said he understands where she is coming from. J.K. Rowling has written these great books about empowerment, about young children finding themselves as human beings, Fiennes told the New York Times. It's about how you become a better, stronger, more morally centered human being. The verbal abuse directed at her is disgusting. It's appalling. The actor also shared that he could empathize with the author in her views, which have received backlash in the past. He said, I mean, I can understand a viewpoint that might be angry about what she says about women, he said, but it's not some obscene uber right-wing fascist. It's just a woman saying, I'm a woman and I feel I am a woman and I want to be able to say that I am a woman and I understand where she's coming from even though I'm not a woman. Rowling has been the recipient of numerous death threats and abuse after speaking out on topics like women's rights and free speech. Last November, she tweeted, I've now received so many death threats I could paper the house with them and I haven't stopped speaking out. This is not the first instance in which Fiennes has defended the once revered author. I didn't know that. Fiennes previously came to her side in March of 2021. He says, I can't understand the vitriol directed at her, the actor told The Telegraph at the time. He said, I can understand the heat of an argument, but I find this age of accusation and the need to condemn irrational. I find the level of hatred that people express about their views that differ from theirs and the violence of the language towards others is very disturbing. Look, I'm sorry. I think there's a disconnect here then for these authors. This is the internet. It's not real. Mm-hmm. People will say anything on the internet.
Yeah.
You cannot take this shit. Dude, I've gotten so many death threats too. You can't take that shit seriously. Now, I don't mean that you ignore it and pretend like, oh, not a big fucking deal. But now I've dealt with stalkers. Mm-hmm. I've dealt with stalkers. I've dealt with death threats and shit like that. But you have to come to an understanding that if you're going to utilize the internet, you need to understand fully how it works. Everybody on the internet is a big WWE fighter. Every single person. They talk like that. 99.9% of these people would never say the shit they say on the internet to you in real life. They would never do it. I got so many people that when I see them, I'm going to beat the fuck out of him. And then I'm like 6'2", 230 pounds. Like, oh, fuck, you're bigger than I thought. I mean, yeah. But still. So I get where he's coming from. I get where J.K. Rowling's coming from. Yeah, is it appalling? Yeah, of course. But come on. This is Twitter.
If I was her, I would write one more Harry Potter.
Just to piss
a
them off.
boatload more money.
Oh my god!
Because you know everybody would show up to watch that movie.
Oh, absolutely. But write one more and then make it about anti-trans.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the greatest thing. Harry Potter and the in the chamber of detransition. Harry's got a story to tell you. Hermione, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. In 2020, listen how stupid this is, though. Listen how stupid this is. In 2020, Rowling made headlines when she tweeted, if sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth. And she's 100% right on this.
Yeah. Look, you could have
that was even her advocating for trans people, saying, I still like you, but you're not women.
You can hang out with them, but you're not going to go along with the premise that because you're a man and you live as a woman, that you're an actual woman, and you're going to have periods, you're going to carry children, you're going to breastfeed. You could pretend.
Chest feed. It's chest feed, please. Say it right.
Sorry.
Chest feed.
I don't bend the knee.
I apologize for that. The Supreme Overlords, please don't come raid our facility.
You know?
I will re-educate Josh. I will make it my primary goal. Please don't cancel us on social media. Josh, it's chest feeding. Please, please apologize to the audience and let them know, and the people over on Instagram and Facebook, let them know you're sorry. We don't want to get canceled. It's chest feeding. We don't want to be discriminatory or non-inclusive to trans women that are actually women. Genetics and chromosomes don't matter. It's whatever you want to identify as, because your feelings dictate the science, not logic and rationale. So what's wrong with you, Josh? I can't believe you would do that.
I stand corrected.
I should have done it in this voice the entire time as young officer Droopy. I'm very sorry to our overlord Mark Zuckerberg with the little hit in the mustache for what we've said over here. We're very, very sorry. You make it very firm sacrifice by sacrificing Republican on a Chinese-made vehicle. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you get it.
That's pretty good.
You got it. Good for J.K. Rowling, man. Good for her. I mean, respect. But she's also in that position. She's got so much fucking money. She's like, and like she even said, that's a baller move right there. When that hater came after, she's like, hey, how does it feel knowing a generation won't read your book? She goes, I get my royalties check and I dry my tears with it. It's like, oh my God.
Yep.
That feels so good to do.
So good.
I'm not going to lie. When I get haters coming after me for what Shell Shock has done, and they want to like, you stupid fucking CBD business, I'll take a screenshot of the week's sales. I'll just send it to them. It's like, yeah, such a horrible thing. Like, I'm crying all the way to the bank.
I'm going to get my Corvette washed.
The biggest decision I have to make is, am I going to cry about this with the top on or off the Corvette? Like, I don't know.
Take the top off to dry
now,
my
please
tears.
don't take that as me like being like egotistical, like, oh, better than everybody. But it's like, look, if you're going to shit talk me, make it fucking effective. Make it accurate. Like, you're not going to make me feel bad about us launching a very, very successful company that we worked hard to do. And we've done many different companies, and this one took off. It's like, yeah, all you do is run a fucking CBD business. Like, yeah. Then I'm spending Thanksgiving in Dubai and the holidays in Europe. And yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But that came with a lot of fucking work too. But no, the point that I'm trying to make though, is that it is such a good feeling that when you actually do things the right way and work your fucking ass off, when a little hater wants to run their little cock sheath, you can just hit him with the reality of it. It's like, look, dude, I'm better than you. Go fuck yourself.
I'm better than you.
I'm better than you. And I know it. I dry clean my fucking socks. I've got so much money. No, I'm playing. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. Speaking of that, I got the coolest fucking message yesterday on Facebook.
You're welcome.
Without missing a beat. Well done, sir. Well done. Nah, there was a dude in a wheelchair. He DM'd me on Facebook and he's like, hey man, I just want to let you know, since you've been sharing all your tango stuff, I decided to give dancing a try as well. And I shit you not, this guy's in a wheelchair and they have wheelchair dancing.
Oh yeah?
And it is fucking beautiful. It's
great.
incredible. And it's very well, it's synchronization, a lot of synchronization. But dude, he rocks it. And he's a veteran, I think from the Netherlands. I guess he lost the use of his legs, or maybe the UK. Forgive me if I got that wrong. But dude, I was just like, that's fucking badass, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Nice.
See, my gay dancing did pay off. Bunch of queers. Nah, I'm playing.
He's like, now I'm going to try dick sucking.
Are you done? Are you done? Now I'm going to try sucking dick. Thanks, John. Turns out it wasn't for me. Oh, my God. This is the greatest show ever. All right. The View exploded. I'm not going to read that. The retards over there. Lastly, but most certainly not least, the Catholic League says Joe Biden's gender obsession is beyond creepy. Isn't it funny how the Bidens are self-proclaimed Catholics and Pelosi's are self-proclaimed Catholics, and the Catholic League versus the Pope are kind of like, no, you're not. No, you're not. And the Pope's like, oh, yes, they are. They're like, no, they're not. Sorry. What if there was a split in the Catholic Church between the East and the West? Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh, that would be, fuck yeah, they can. You can do anything. It's like, Pope, you're no longer the Pope. We're going to elect another one. You're the Antichrist.
You're the Antichrist.
Now we're going to have an American Catholic Church. Like, dude, that's like another holy war. It's like, holy shit. Now this Pope's got to send people to go retake the fucking Holy Land. Sorry, Jews. Got to give it up. The Christians are coming at this point. No, then we got to fight the Palestinians. Never mind. Let the Jews have it. No, I don't feel like getting. That's like another fucking Afghanistan 2.0. We don't want to fuck with that. We've been there and done that. It does not end well. And these are the fucking Muslims over there. That's a never-ending war. I don't want to deal with that. Let the Jews have it. Americans, no, we don't want to fuck with that. What the fuck is wrong with me? Good Lord. It's a great day. I took half a Halo before we started the show. So anyway, a Catholic League says Joe Biden's gender obsession is beyond creepy. Catholic League President Bill Donahue. Why does that sound Phil Donahue? Okay, I was gonna say, why does that sound like a fucking talk show host? But yeah,
Donahue. He was a talk show host.
Yeah, well, thank you, Captain Fucking Obvious.
Well, you just asked
Well, I know, but I also was answering my own rhetorical question.
Oh, okay.
He said Monday that President Joe Biden's full-bore backing of the transgender cause, even for little children, is beyond creepy. That makes me happy that at least the Catholic Church in America, or I'm assuming that's the league is founded in, is at least acknowledging this. Because, I mean, again, if a president comes out as your religion, that religion usually blindly backs him for the most part. Unless you're Trump, in which even Christians are like, nope, don't want to fuck with him. But Biden, no, he's like... Yeah,
I thought he had a lot of Christian support.
Trump?
Yeah. He had a lot of religious leaders.
No, he did. Yeah,
you're
right.
But
he did.
He had a large.
He did
that he cast out there.
But that's the other part that just really confused me about were like religious Republicans that were literally like Jesus or God sent Trump. It's like, did God send him to grab them by the pussy? Because I mean, you want to put this guy on a pedestal. It's like he literally. Like, come on, this guy, here's the thing. I'm not saying he should be. I'm not saying any politician should be a fucking squeaky clean. Like, no. It's like, hey, that's Ted Cruz and he likes butt stuff. Okay, good for you. I don't give a fuck. I've seen the tapes. Somebody gives a shit. But on something like this, though, it's like, wait a minute. If you Christians are going to, like canonize this motherfucker, you at least have to acknowledge that all the other he fucked Stormy Daniels. Come on. $200. I know.
Allegedly.
Paying hush money does not necessarily imply guilt, but come on. Come on. Come on. I'm just saying.
He didn't say he did it. He just said it was an option.
Exactly.
As a celebrity and wealthy.
But again, I'm not saying that Trump does have to be the perfect Christian.
No, he doesn't.
I'm just saying that those blowhards that are like so fucking biased and literally like Trump is the second coming of Christ. It's like, you people need some help. You need some help. You have to acknowledge the fact that the man is human. And I'm not saying he's got to be perfect. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just saying that you're flawed in the way you think.
Yeah.
Bro. And I have some of these people that follow me on True Social. I will admit that True Social is a good and it's a blooming app. It's budding. It's like people are getting more and more. I think they just came out with like the Samsung updates or shit like that, or Android. I think they just rolled it out. I think they can get on it now, which you're going to definitely see an increase in users. But holy shit, the boomer, where we go one, where we go all types, it's the reemergence of Q over there. I'm not even playing. I hate to say that, but it's the fucking truth.
Yeah,
there's a lot of Q people over there, and that's why the left makes fun of it. And I get it, but they still believe this shit. And you click on their profiles, 9 times out of 10, middle-aged idiot, just middle-aged they literally, again, share this or you're gonna have bad luck happen. Those types of people. You're like, oh my god, Mom, stop sending money to random strangers on the internet. That type of person.
I had to tell my mom to stop sending me those emails like 15 years ago. Like, send this to 18 people, otherwise you will have terrible luck. I'm like,
for those that were not alive or experienced that part of American history, thank your lucky fucking stars. That was the most annoying shit. And terrible. I don't recall that it lasted that long. Like, it hit for like a year, maybe 2, and then people were like, okay, enough with this bullshit. And everybody started making fun of those people. It's like, all right, we got to stop.
I'm like, Mom, all they're doing is collecting emails. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
You got to knock it off.
See, I already love this in the comments. Data3 says Trump fought for the right of religion no matter who you believe in. Nobody said he didn't.
Yeah.
Nobody said he didn't. What are you talking about? You see, now you're trying to deflect onto something entirely different. Like, I'm on your side. You just don't realize it. But don't sit there and try and praise Trump as God. He wasn't. Like, I'm sorry. Just no politician is.
I think he was smart for
Trump
bringing
was a
the
businessman.
Christian people back into the White House because, I mean, as a Christian, I kind of felt excluded from the government.
Well, that's how I feel right now with Biden.
Yeah.
I feel like Christianity has no place in the White House.
Right.
Even though Catholicism, they could.
But it should be everybody's welcome, not just Christians, but whatever your religion
Except
is.
Except the Muslims, but yeah.
Except the Jews.
Except the Jews. And we're canceled.
Right, Kanye.
What I love about that is the same people in this chat that are going to sit there and suck Donald Trump's dick. Yeah. Like, we can make these funny racist jokes, and they won't say a fucking word about that, but oh my God, you go after the Cheeto man. Holy shit. And I like Trump. I do.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that Trump has his little orange balls that he grabs and like, fuck you, fuck you. He's like, bro, that's leadership.
Right.
He's a leader. I've said that so many times on the show. He's a wartime president. If we ever went back to war, which God forbid it looks like we might be with Russia, Trump would be the man I'd want. Fuck George Bush, fuck Obama, Trump would be the man because he'd make the decision to say, I want you to go over there and bomb them back into the fucking Stone Age. I don't want to see a single Muslim running across the desert. I want them dead. You're like, damn. That's right. Trump's the man to do it.
Because he would stick up for his countrymen.
He would. He would support the military, and he'd be smart enough to also support the generals and let them run the fucking show. He'd be smart enough to do that.
If one person was killed, I think that would be way too many for him. That's why I think he would.
Trump. Trump even told Putin, if you do this, I'm going to bomb Moscow.
Yeah.
He told, and this is before we knew or we realized that Russia was toothless. That thing, I don't think people understand. Like, from a military perspective, and we've talked about this so many different times. The Russia-Ukraine war opened the world's eyes to how ineffective the Russian military actually is. My entire career prior to the Iraqi invasion, which was like, a year, we were training to fight the big red army. That's who we were training for. And that changed for the war in the Middle East. But from my entire training, Russia was the tip of the fucking spear. They were the superpower ally to watch, them and China. But what happens with Ukraine and Russia is just like, whoa, we got this way wrong. Like, fucking way wrong. We really overestimated Russia, which is a good thing. That's what you want to do, because overestimating means you're going to train even fucking harder.
Yeah.
But that's what happened with this thing. So Trump had enough balls, though, to actually say, you do this, I'm going to bomb you. Yeah. What has Biden done? All we're doing is throwing more shit. And now
he left Americans in Afghanistan.
There's 30 liberals. Yeah, he did that. There's 30 liberals that are now coming out. Liberal congressmen. Democrats, what's called Democrat congressmen and women, that are telling Biden we need to negotiate with Russia. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I'm like, your party wants to do what? Don't get me wrong, Republicans want this shit too, and I don't get them. But y'all are the primarily agenda pushers for funding Ukraine. You love you some Ukraine. So now it's kind of like, why the change? And I'm willing to bet, and this is just me speculating, I think liberals, by and large, are catching on to the fact that even their own party is getting tired of sending money to Ukraine. So they're going to start turning on Biden now, one at a time. To stay trendy, to stay ahead of the curve, they're going to start saying, to save our fucking careers, it looks like the majority is now saying they don't want to fund Ukraine. Let's get ahead of this. Let's start going against Biden so people can reelect us. It's like, oh, I was the first one to say we need to stop.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're doing it.
Oh, they're scumbag politicians.
Oh, 100%,
man.
yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Republicans doing too, yeah.
They should have said it at the very beginning.
Fuck yeah.
Along with Rand Paul.
Oh, my God.
Like, don't send money over to, we don't have it.
There's no supervision. There's no oversight. Yeah. There ain't shit. We don't know.
Imagine.
We don't know where that equipment went.
You know how fast we would be audited with that type of money?
Jesus.
If they just sent it someplace? Like, we'll never know where that money went.
Oh God, I count it off as it just disappeared. It evaporated.
Hundreds of billions of dollars of our tax money.
100%.
And these guys, he just writes a check like it's no big deal.
Yep.
Sends it off. Like, oh, we're sending another 40 million, another 100 billion.
It's fucking crazy.
Like, the numbers they spit out is just like,
they don't give a fuck.
It's like Monopoly money.
They don't have to skip any meals. They're not living paycheck to pay. They don't give a fuck. It's not their money. No. Milton Friedman said, nobody spends your money better than the government because it's not their money. You are the best spender of your own money. This has been proven.
Yeah.
That's what's pathetic. Anyway, the Catholic League has demonized Biden. We all know this is going to happen. It's going to happen more and more and more. Again, this is a great thing, though. This is a very good thing. The further off the left deep edge they go, the more they alienate their own party. The party, I'm telling you, we're going to see a massive rift in the DNC, and it's going to come very soon, because what's going to happen is most moderate Democrats are going to see how insane the far left Democrats have gone with the whole gender, the child mutilation, and be like, we don't want any part of this. And it's like, then they start going against them, and then what's going to happen? Cancel culture applies to them, and they start to wake up and realize this was a bad fucking thing, and the only way to defeat that extremist version of the left is to go center or right. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Is that prediction likely? I really don't know. I could see it easily going that way, but we'll just have to watch and see.
I think the independents, hopefully,
they're, the LP might as well just freaking concede and go into the GOP, and let's try and change the GOP into becoming more like the old LP. That's a lot of PPs.
It's a lot of P's.
I mean, but I think it's happening, though. I think the GOP, with newer generations growing up now and becoming a little bit more culturally progressive, but yet still remaining fiscally conservative and still embracing of traditional values and things such as that, to an extent, or respecting the fact that we can differ in that opinion, that's going to pose a very serious threat to the left, because it's almost like liberty, but with common sense. Yeah. Freedom with common fucking sense, where everyone can be respected. Muslim, it doesn't matter. Muslim, Christian, Jew, it doesn't fucking matter. And when they can achieve that, I think by and large the left will die. It'll be done. It'll be over. But we have to get to that point first. The GOP needs to progress. You cannot have your Mitch McConnells up there.
You got to get rid of them.
You got to get rid of them. There's those people are what's slowing us down.
Oh yeah.
On this, and this is me. I don't believe in transgenderism. I think it's bullshit. I think it's all bullshit. But freedom is freedom. But I do believe that you also have the right to speak out against that bullshit and hopefully influence culture into changing.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
DNC, by and large, they want like laws passed where that's hate speech, go to jail. Like they are truly authoritarian fascists.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying if you're a biological male, you have to use a male bathroom in public.
Yep, not at all. You're just acknowledging the facts.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Well, folks, that does it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. We're at 1 hour and 28 minutes. We went a little bit longer today, but it was a good episode. Great episode. Feels like a Friday, but it's not. Anyway, we appreciate you tuning in. Hey, do us a favor. Hit that plus on the Rumble button. Share this video. Share the podcast. We don't ask you to pay anything. If you want to become a Patreon subscriber, you can. It's over at patreon.com/All-American-Savage Show. You can be as a financial supporter of the show. We do appreciate that. Or if you want to go over to shellshockcbd.com, check us out there. We really appreciate your help there. Oh, before we hold on, pause the music. Guys, I'm excited. I have almost finished doing the research on the next Valor podcast episode. Now, if you don't know what this is, Valor is a sort of where education meets entertainment podcast I put together that I've done the writing. Josh helped once on the first episode. I did the second episode. We're about to do the third one. And it's educational entertainment. Think, if you will, back to like the 1940s where the families gathered around the radio and they listened to the stories, and you could feel it, and the imagination ran wild. You could picture who was actually talking, the scenes they were describing. Well, the goal is to recreate that, but tell stories of valor, of history, or figures throughout history to contemporary times. Well, this month, I'm doing a holiday special. It's a Halloween scary episode, and it's a really good one. I've almost finished writing the episode out, still have to record and then edit, and it should be dropping hopefully by Friday. Now, you can check it out. It's called The Valor Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Here is the link. If you could, go give it a follow, and once it drops, I'll be letting everybody know on the podcast and things such as that. But it's a little passion project of mine. I love getting to do it. It's family friendly, yet it's still entertaining. We've got a lot of great comments on the Instagram posts of where I promoted the podcast. People saying they love to listen to it. They want more, but unfortunately, it does take a lot of my time. But if you could, it is The Valor Podcast. You can find it everywhere podcasts are downloaded. So Pandora, Google, Apple, it's there. So again, it's The Valor Podcast. Just type in John Burke. It should populate, or just type in The Valor Podcast and it'll be there. So that's pretty much it. Again, Instagram.com/The Valor Podcast. That's all I got. Thank you again for the love and support. And again, check out Shell Shock CBD. I cannot plug that company enough. I love it. All right. That's all I've got for today. You got anything to add, man?
You guys have a great day.
And as always, you stay savage, America.